seconds while I finish eating. Gonna mute the mic, so... might as well get started now. Okay, so welcome everybody to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. I'm going to start a new campaign at Lieutenant difficulty. I'm going to reset the tutorials. And the opening cinematic isn't actually going to play. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've tried several times to get this cinematic to actually play and record, you know, like have the voiceover, because this is supposed to be spoken over a like an FMV sequence, but yeah, it never does. I've tried it like 5-6 times. And it just doesn't work. This is your backstory anyway. Can I actually skip this? There we go. It's basically just saying, you know, shit be fucked, yo.
Pycon's Battlestar is almost ready to deliver, but Sinan says it can't make an independent jump until the fuel lines have stabilized. Kane's orders are to jump Daedalus to Pycon with the Battlestar Athena attached ASAP. That means we have to clear the scouts here or risk telegraphing our movements to the entire Cylon fleet. I'll prep the deck crews for the jump while you deal with the toasters. Good hunting, Commander.
Yeah, so pretty standard opening tutorial. Shows you the battle system. As you can see, welcome to the Daedalus' War Room, Commander. From this table you will guide the course of colonial fleet during the early years of the First Cylon War. The fate of the 12 colonies and the future of humanity will be shaped by your actions here. So we have a mission here. This is a storyline mission. That icon. So proceed.
It's time to make our presence known in this war, Commander. I trust you won't need my instruction twice. Tell your ships to move full speed towards the enemy.
Okay. So this is your tactical map. Yeah, WASD to control pan. You can hold down the right mouse button to change your view angle, or you can press left mouse button to drag your view. This is usually faster than WASD because I look at the difference. You move you give your units orders to move by clicking on the ghost. This is where they will end up after the turn sequence. So let's say I want them to move there and align to target
Proceed
there.
when you're confident with your commands.
And you to do that. Right, if I do this, / key, this gives us the fire arcs on the currently selected ship. As you can see, corvettes, like the Manticore here, have a forward gun and an aft and a tail gun. So you can have them charge at a ship, shoot it up, and keep going, and then come back around for another attack run, and it will fire from its front gun until it's passed, and then from the tail gun as it's pulling away. I don't think the Cylon one has the same thing to it. Anyway,
Our ships use fire control
enter.
systems to automatically target and fire on any hostiles that move within range. Turrets will be less accurate the smaller or further away their target is.
Here we go.
You can access a ship's fire control and check on its firing solutions for yourself.
Turrets. Focus fire on the Nemesis. Okay.
Yes, sir. So say we all.
Notice how I'm causing my ships to drift. This helps to keep their guns focused on a target that's doing a lot of maneuvers, like this Nemesis is. And end turn.
Hostile unit identified. Sir, we've got a new Daedalus contact.
Yep.
Daedalus IFF confirms the contact is a Cylon corvette. Scanning for further intelligence.
These Cylon corvettes won't hold up to sustained fire. Focus your turrets on one side to punch through their armor and destroy the hull. These ships also have long-range guided munitions, useful for softening a target before closing in for the kill.
I'm gonna salvo that guy. You don't have to do the press spacebar and select from this, because you've got all of it here. Like, yeah, special commands, which is under turrets, focus fire. Guided missiles, which is there. They show you postures, I think, it's either a bit in this mission or the next one.
On it, Commander. Missiles incoming!
Commander, your ships don't seem to be performing as well as they should. They may have system damage that's been overlooked.
Right click on a unit or select and press to access ship command, repair subsystem.
Tell the engineering crews aboard those ships to hotfix what they can. I'll see to their comprehensive repair once you've finished with your engagement.
Select the damaged tech-based subsystem to repair it. Only one subsystem can be repaired at a time. Hull and armor points cannot be repaired mid-mission. This is very important. Very, very important. Once your armor blows through, like say, I need to get my right side out of the front of the line of fire, and I need to get my rear out of the line of fire. You know, once this blows through, your hull starts taking damage. And once your hull starts taking damage, it's not very long until, well, things can go south very, very quickly.
Subsystem is back online. So say we all.
Press M to access tactical map. Gives you a good bird's eye view over the entire battlefield. Enemy contacts are shown in red. Gives you, if you zoom in, it gives you a holographic outline of the ship. Yours are in white, and I think any friendlies show up in blue or green. I'm not too sure, I can't remember. I don't use this view very much because this is really all you need, and you get the same kind of view anyway. Oh yeah, I should probably launch these. This is Daedalus, or Daidalos, or however you want to say it. They call it Daedalus. It's your headquarters. If it gets blown up, you lose. It's just straight up lose. Oop. No, stay. It has some light cannons, as you can see from the firing arcs that I've turned on, and it can launch 2 squadrons. These can be. I'll show you what options you get when we get the chance to actually change options and stuff. But for now, yeah, it can launch squadrons, and squadrons can be very, very mean to capital ships like these corvettes, because they don't have point defense. Right, squadrons are out. They've been automatically assigned to Red Squad. So they will when they launch, they will loiter around their launch vehicle, in this case the Daedalus, and protect it from munitions and attack any ships that get too close. Like, as you can see, they're attacking that Nemesis right now. That's their target. You can give them a specific target. You can tell them to move to a position if you want to use them as scouts. You can recall them, which will get them to dock back up, where they will replenish their numbers over time. Destroyed squadrons are only replenished after a battle. You can't lose a squadron and then have a new one to launch, like mid-mission. It doesn't. That's one of the things that doesn't happen. Or you can order them to defend a target. Like, say I wanted Red Squad to defend the Lancer here, this Manticore. I could select them. No, them. There we go. Defend, and you get an option. You can click on your ships directly to select them, or you can go through the list. So bang. Now they will defend that Manticore from any enemy squadrons that come too close, any munitions that are fired at it, and they will task out to attack enemy capital ships that get too close. But for now,
Squadron target is confirmed.
Engage that Nemesis. I'm going to retask these guys onto that Nemesis.
Yes, sir.
If I select... if I select this Nemesis, just look how fast that melts. Oh, it's gonna ram. Oh, hello. Hi, how you doing? I've never had this happen before. You okay in there, buddy? This is one of the great things I like about this game, is that the models are actually they actually have proper rendered hitboxes.
On it, Commander. Missile tubes prepped.
Ow, my space station. Look at the cheeky little beggar. Just look at the cheeky little beggar. Right. Oh, I missed it. That Nemesis is down, so come about.
On it, Commander.
Hard to starboard. Bring it about. Focus your fire on the remaining Nemesis. The cheeky little beggar. Oh dear.
On it, Commander.
Alright. Really, they should finish him off. Yeah, look at that. Look at how fast his hull is melting. And the Daedalus' cannons are helping out as well. And boom. Dead.
All hostile contacts are down. We recorded a vid feed of the battle if the commander would like to replay the fleet's performance.
Yeah, it was a very good performance. Anyway, this is the really great thing about this game is that you can watch an actual real-time replay of your mission. It does it in this weird thingy camera, or you can take direct control. Through there. The Vipers actually do have a model. Look at that. And then boom. So, between all the between turns things, that battle only took 2 minutes of real time. And yet these battles, especially when you have a lot of ships, can take half an hour or more just planning out everything and getting everyone settled in. The very first time I played this mission, I lost the Perseus. The first one, the one that got destroyed last, funnily enough, rammed it, and they both destroyed each other. It was kind of hilarious. Anyway, yeah.
Congratulations, Commander. But we still have work to do.
Right. From the Strategy Index, you can access your fleets, view mission briefings, and find locations on the table. To access a mission briefing, select it from the Strategy Index, or click on the mission marker. Chapter 2.
Kane
Athena.
has got her stomping boots on. Started shelling out orders before she'd even finished sticking the Admiral pin to her jacket. She's out to prove she's ready for the top job of Colonial Fleet. Can't feel good to earn that promotion off the back of your superior's bad luck. But we've all lost someone in this war, I guess. My sister was on Galactica before it disappeared. Pycon's government is blaming Kane for not delivering Athena earlier. Both she and Sinan won't be happy until we've delivered all 12 of the Jupiters to the colonies. Well, at least we'll get to see Athena clear out some toasters before we hand her over to Pycon. Daedalus is ready to jump on your command, sir.
The FTL drive for the Jupiter-class Battlestar Athena is not yet complete. Cylon cleanup crews are expected at the LZ, but reports show most of the assault fleets have already left the area. Yeah, missions give you a reward. This gives you Tilium and requisition points. I'll go through that when the actual game goes through it, because it tells it a lot better than I could. Jump 2. Pycon. Confirm jump. Yeah, right, to rotate the camera, usual thing. You can WASD around here, and yeah, you got your mission briefing at the front there. I'll go through the rest of these panels when the game does, because like I said, it explains it a lot better than I can. This is turn-based. This is effectively a grand strategy thing. Think stuff like Risk, or like the old school 4X games. The jump mechanic does change after Pycon, and again, this teaches you how the game functions. The first 3 or 4 missions are all tutorial, and it's built into the campaign. You can turn them off. Well, they turn themselves off, and you can choose to not turn them back on if you want to start a new game and not have to go through this every time. But yeah, okay. Battle queue lists all skirmishes and missions that need to be resolved before the start of the next turn. Click proceed to continue to the next mission. Right, you will generally get this screen when you are engaging an enemy fleet, in a mission or just an enemy spawned fleet. You can change the start position of your ships, and you can change their loadout if you have different munitions or different squadrons. For now, we only have guided missiles and Vipers or Raptors. Vipers are your standard fighter. They do a fairly decent amount of damage, and you saw that in the previous mission when it literally melted that Corvette. Raptors are a special snowflake kind of thing. You only get 2 per squadron, but they can dock to any of your other ships and increase their firewall's resistance to hacking attacks by the Cylons. The Nemesis and a special fighter squadron the Cylons deploy can hack and directly damage your subsystems without breaking through the armor first. Raptors also act as like a bomber. They get a 4 salvo rocket attack. Got 5 rockets. They need to return and land to replenish their rocket supply. They do have kinetic energy weapons as well, but they are not. They're not dogfighters. You don't want them engaging enemy fighter wings or anything really. Anyway, go with that. For this mission, we get
Prepare to
a
jump
late
in
game
3,
ship.
2, 1.
Just for this mission.
Jump complete. Daedalus contacts bearing 017, Karam 021.
Pycon and the rest of the 12 colonies are watching our every move, Commander. Some would see Colonial Fleet fail. Ensure we succeed.
No pressure, sir. No pressure at all.
Right. You know the 3 things we had last time. Meet the Athena. She is the top of the line Battlestar. You get the chance to build these later in the campaign. This is the same class as the Galactica. See the Athena on the side there, so cool. But yeah, this is the class that the Galactica is part of. I love the models in this. They are so amazing. Battlestars. They are very, very potent. And let me turn the guns on. The rotating thing is the top turrets, and well, is the top and bottom turrets. They have that firing arc. It's got forward-mounted cannons, side-mounted point defense guns. Battlestars also, on top of having their focus fire, the Viper squadrons and missiles, have flak. Now, it already said in one of the help messages on the loading screen that flak will stop any munition. It will do a massive amount of damage to anything small entering it. So if you're expecting to get like a big missile barrage come at you, you hit your flak and turn so that side is pointing towards the enemy. But for now, move out. Launch Vipers. Launch Vipers. You turn to engage that. You turn to assist. Begin. See how the music kicks up.
Ships are not lifeless assets to needlessly throw at the enemy, Commander. Adjust a ship's posture to tailor the crew's tactics so that you can match whatever opposition you encounter.
Yeah. This is the postures thing. You got the slider here, but this gives you a bit more detail.
A defensive posture ensures the ship's defense-oriented subsystems are more efficient. Likewise, an aggressive posture will boost the ship's offensive capabilities at the expense of the ship's defenses.
As the Admiral just said, you can switch to defensive, which, as you can see, reduces navigation and fire control. You move slower and you shoot slower, but it increases your firewall, your Daedalus range, marines and strength and armor, and your ability, your damage reduction and your repair speed. CIC is only affected by officers attached to the fleet. That will be covered a bit later. And they can increase the amount of points that you can put into whichever, into one posture or the other. So I tend to go with a full attack posture until I need to start actually doing tactics.
Action stations!
You can also overclock the thrusters, boost the thrusters. Which will greatly reduce everything. Greatly reduces everything except for navigation. But as you can see, it changes the thing. You can move a lot further, but you can't turn as well. It's literally like putting on afterburners. But I tend to go full attack. Okay, Athena, need you to start turning. Red Squadron. Select target. I want you to attack
Squadron
that
target
squadron.
is confirmed.
That's a squadron marker. Even though it's unknown, I know exactly what that is. That's a squadron. Cylons obviously have their raiders. Oh yeah, I should probably do this. You can assign squadrons to different groups or completely unassign them. All craft that are launched on the same turn, I think it is. I haven't actually tested this, so don't quote me. I think all craft launched on the same turn get put in the same squadron. You start with red squadron, then blue squadron, then yellow squadron, then green squadron. Let's say I wanted to turn that to blue squadron. And then you on blue squadron. So these two now will take the same orders. So I want you to defend the Lancer. You two are still going to attack the unidentified squadron. That's good. Okay. Corvettes are very, very potent. I want to know
Commander,
how you would
receiving word from Athena's CAG. Their alert Vipers are online and ready to return hostilities.
Yeah, I already done that. Yeah, I literally already did that. War Driver. This is that special squadron I was talking about. See, there's only 2 of them? But doesn't that hologram look a lot like the new Raiders from the the updated Raiders from the reboot series? They will hack into and attack and damage your subsystems directly. So can these, but they have to be within. They have to be within a certain range, or it doesn't actually take. There it goes.
Use squadrons to hit priority targets or defend any of our own capitals. You can recall a squadron back to its carrier if the situation begins to deteriorate.
Yeah. Target, defend. This is... I should have waited until it told you. Squadron allows you to defend friendly targets from hostile fires and incoming missiles. Right. Select target.
Yes, sir.
They're still defending the Manticore.
Yes, Commander.
I should have done this to start with.
Hostile unit identified.
When you focus fire, your units fire much faster. Much faster. Okay. The Talon ship here is it's effectively like a light carrier. It is fairly heavily armed on its broadsides, so if you want to be tactical, you attack it from the front where it's got weak guns, or you attack from the rear where it doesn't have any guns. The rear and underneath, so from this kind of angle it can't shoot you. So if you can hang a ship down here, you can shoot it with impunity and it won't be able to fire back. Positioning and angles are very, very important in this game, if you can't tell. Yeah, see, this is something I've noticed with the Cylon AI.
Understood.
It will always go for your fire control first. And if you take your fire control off to repair it, your ship cannot shoot. It is completely defenseless. So I'm going to peel the Perseus off. Right. Athena's not going to catch up to that Corvette. There's no way.
Yes, Commander.
Right.
Understood.
Missile volley. You give a volley to that. There we go. Athena's opening fire.
Commander, I've asked Sinan if there is any way we can stop those Cylon tech ships from hacking our systems, but he's being stubborn.
We've already minimized onboard networking. Your firewall should keep them out for a while. Otherwise, take the subsystem offline for repairs if they cause too much damage.
Or you can rely on the tried and tested method of shooting the Cylons down before they get the chance. Battlestars are equipped to accommodate flak ammunition. Use this to zone out fighters and incoming munitions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you don't have. I don't think you can use your that side to engage enemy ships if they're using flak. Right. Unfocused fire. Just shoot everything.
Missiles incoming!
Right. Turn out. Bring it around.
Yes, sir.
Focus fire on the Talon.
Sir, PyCon Intel just confirmed that Admiral McKinley died in the attack on Fleet HQ. With Admiral Sarkis still missing aboard Galactica, Admiral Kane remains the commanding officer of Colonial Fleet.
McKinley was a good commander and a good soldier. We honor his memory today. So say we all.
So say we all.
Yeah. And it's literally Sinan, not Sinon, like the SAO character, so... Right. Give me
Missiles on their
focus
way.
fire and volley on that. You keep going. The squadrons will finish off the Talon, switch targets to the Nemesis.
Understood.
Look at the weight of fire that a Battlestar can put down. That is ridiculous. It's a shame you don't get access to these until very late on. You do get Battlestars, but they are...
So say we all.
I think the first Battlestar you get is a light Battlestar, and it's like the prototype for all of the Battlestars after it. It's called the Artemis class. I'll show you when we get to it. We may actually get to it in this session. And boom.
Subsystem is back online. Daedalus is cold. All hostile contacts are cleared.
If you're finished playing with PyCon's toy, I believe it's time to hand Athena over to their defense ministry.
They've already been notified, Sinan. Commander, there's something else. We're having some difficulty with Daedalus' navigation computers. It'll be easier to explain from the war room.
Here we go. Let's have a replay, shall we? Give you a bird's eye view. I just love how this game looks. It's so amazing. So anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm only seeing Morbid actually speaking, but you know, don't be shy. We don't bite unless you actually want us to. The music really is a very, very big part of this. It's all about the mood and all that. And if it's too loud, I can turn it down. There we go. That took, again, about 2 minutes real time.
Admiral, Commander, we have a problem. The Idris relay that we use to outsource our jump calculations is malfunctioning.
Malfunctioning. What's our effective jump distance?
It's difficult to estimate with just the onboard computers. The red line extends beyond Helios Alpha, but we'd probably need an intermediary jump to get anywhere significant outside of the system.
This is what an ambush looks like, Commander. Find us a way back to Helios Gamma immediately. I want Daedalus under the cover of Ragnar's clouds before the Cylons can attack.
Commander, we're going to need more ships. Sinan's taken up yards 1 and 2 for the Jupiter-class Battlestars, and we're only prepped to crunch Manticores right now.
The floor crews are changing their build priorities as we speak. There's no use having a half-built Battlestars if we can't defend them.
Okay, so this introduces you to your ship production. But this is a very important thing. You can have Daedalus sit on Ragnar, pump out ships, and send them off in fleets to the other colonies. Think of it like the Avenger from the new, from XCOM 2. It's a mobile base. It can defend itself, kind of. But if you lose it, you lose the game. Game over, man. Game over. But this is where everything happens. So anyway, shipyards. Build ships. Ships cost Tilium and time. You get more ships as you complete missions. Predominantly used for hit-and-run tactics and scouting missions, the Manticore also serves well in larger strike groups as a flanking element. Long-range compatible missile tubes and an uncommon aft-facing turret configuration makes it a versatile fighter. It'll take 2 turns to build.
Okay, we've got the Manticore hull underway, but let's push its fit-out and training schedule forward.
And you can rush it for additional cost. You can actually rush it straight from the top, but they don't actually let you do that. Bang. Done.
Your brand new Manticore is awaiting your orders, Commander.
New units will create their own fleets when finished, and can be merged with an existing fleet group at the same location. Use the strategy index to select your new corvette and merge it with the fleet group Daedalus. Or you can click on it. Transfer corvette to fleet group Daedalus. Bang.
Sir, we suspect a satellite at Caprica Terminal may be the source of the Idris interference affecting our jump distance. I have the briefing packet ready.
Right.
Colonial Fleet relies heavily on the Idris network. It provides access to accurate real-time locations and trajectory data of interstellar objects. The network is vital to our jump calculations. Without Idris, we can't tell if there's going to be a planet-sized inconvenience at the end of an FTL jump. We believe the Cylons are behind the interference at the Idris network and using the civilians at Caprica Terminal as a human shield. Caprica has granted us operational access to the terminal surrounds. Galactica is still MIA, so there will be no Battlestar to save the day if the Cylons do show up. To recap, we have to destroy every Cylon transmitter we find, restore the Idris relay, and jump back to Ragnar, all without causing a single civilian scratch. Just another day at the office, right, Commander?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we unlocked the Adamant Blueprint. This is our first actual carrier ship, apart from the Daedalus, that we can actually build and produce. They were the main line in my previous game. I actually had those as like a massive big core of my fleet, and even after Artemis, Battlestars came into the picture, because they're smaller, they're faster, they're more maneuverable, and they pack a really good punch into a very small chassis. Anyway, jump. Yeah. Oh yeah, also, navigating through hyperspace isn't like dusting crops, boy. One wrong calculation, you might fly through a star or bounce too close to a supernova, and that'll end your trip real quick. Wrong franchise, but it's it fits here. So end turn, jumps 2, proceed. Far from being defenseless, Daedalus has 2 squadron slots and a number of gun batteries. However, if you lose a shipyard during a battle, it will be an automatic mission failure. Yeah, I don't know why, but this game tends to chug a little bit. Yeah, see. Hey, whoa, how's it going? It's a pretty fun game, and I'll be uploading this to my YouTube, but the VOD will be on my Twitch channel if you want to recap earlier, because, well, it's simultaneous turn-based. You select your orders. Actually, I can quickly show you, because we're about to jump into a thing. This is just showing you the insertion phase. You can change your things. You can change your loadouts before you actually commit to a mission. You can move your ships around, you know, where they start off. Like if you want your ships up high and stuff. Put you back there, like that. That's a good starting thing.
Prepared to jump in 3, 2, 1. Sir, Caprica Terminal has been locked down and local forces are en route to our position. Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value. Their property is not. Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
You heard it, Commander. Go blow up somebody's satellite.
It's turn-based, but the actual turn itself plays out in real time. It's not really pausable in so much as you have to, you know, it's each real-time segment is about 30 seconds real-time, I think, something along those lines.
So say we all.
Go on, give me that. Right, with ambient things like this, you have to focus fire to actually get your ships to attack them, else they will not automatically engage non-hostile targets like that. You actually have to focus order an attack, basically. Oh yeah, it's going to tell you about these in a second. Come on, get into firing arc. Get into firing arc. Not gonna. Yeah. Focus fire ability to prioritize specific targets like this Cylon satellite. But yeah, to go back over it for those that are just coming in, you order where you want your ships to end up. You know, you're not giving them a direct, like, I want you to move. I want you to move forward and then turn. You're giving them I want you to end up in this position, kind of thing. So, say I want that there. I want it to increase its height from the scale, and I want it to do a drift turn like that. That's where it will end up when the next turn comes around. Yeah, the ghosts here show you where things are going to end up. Apparently it's not going to tell us about these, but yeah. This is the Adamant frigate. As you can tell, it's basically a mini Battlestar. It's got broadside cannons, as you can tell by the firing arcs. It's fairly manoeuvrable. It's not as manoeuvrable as the Manticores, but it's a frigate. What do you expect? But it can move a lot better than a Battlestar can, and it packs quite a bit of a punch. And they come with a Viper squadron. Yeah, they can launch a Viper squadron. So they tend to be the backbone of fleets, especially early on. There we go. I should have launched the Daedalus ones as well.
The satellite is destroyed. We can leave Helios Alpha, correct?
Not quite yet, Admiral. Idris data is still compromised. I've got another candidate for the source of the interference, however.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can all tell where this is actually going to end up going.
So say we all. On it, Commander.
Alright. Launch those.
So say we all.
Drift in and focus fire on that. Drift in.
On it, Commander.
And focus fire on that. Boom. Dratus contacts.
Sir, new Dratus contacts. Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are hostile. Interference is still in place, and it seems to be getting stronger. Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
Roger that. Alright, Manticores, come about. I want you over the station's plane of...
Yes, Commander.
Plane level. And I need you to engage those ships. Yes, I was right. We launched the Adamants first. They are in Red Squadron, as you can tell by the little 1 next to the name. The ones we launched from Daedalus, we launched the next turn and they're in Blue Squadron, the little 2. So I was right. All strike craft launched on the same turn end up in the same squadron. So, oh, ow, knee pain, ow. Okay, so I want you defending that Manticore. Blue Squadron, I want you defending the Perseus. Right, we got incoming. Right, Adamants, I need you to come about. Hard about. Full starboard, full starboard. Right, Perseus, slow down and engage that target. All Manticores, focused fire on that first unidentified. Perseus, you're gonna have to give me some eyes on it.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Target sighted. Open fire, open fire. Alright, give him a volley.
Missiles on their way.
Red Squadron, retask.
Squadron target is confirmed.
Blue Squadron, retask. Radar
Yes,
prototype.
sir. So say we all. Missiles incoming!
Dead. Alright. All Manticores switch to attack profile. Focus fire on the Nemesis. Alright, I'm gonna need those elements in this fight now. Engine boost. Engine boost. Give that Talon a missile volley up its tailpipe.
Missile tubes prepped.
Come on, Vipers, what the hell are you doing? Kill those things now! Jeezums.
Yes, Commander. Manticore is taking damage.
Alright, which one? Ooh, that's not good. fire control's damaged. Right, peel off.
Yes, Commander.
Red Squad, retask. Take out that Talon.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, you notice I fired those missiles after I hit its boost thrusters? Standard missile volley is 4 missiles. They only fired 2. This is why you need to make sure your fire control is working at optimal efficiency, else you end up firing less missiles and firing slower cannons.
Manticore is taking damage.
Navigation needs to be repaired now. Switch to defense profile. You keep going. Give him
Missile
a volley.
tubes prepped.
Give him a volley.
So say we all. Manticore is taking damage.
Actually, you switch to defense profile as well. So need your fire control back online.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, they are nearly in range. Actually, kill the boost. Kill the boost. Give him another volley.
Yes, Commander.
This is where the fun begins.
Manticore is taking damage. Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start coming about. No. The Talon.
Manticore is taking damage. Subsystem repairs are complete.
Alright. Attack mode. Give him a volley. Focus fire.
On it, Commander. On it, Commander.
Right. Switch to attack mode. Open up your attack profile.
Manticore is taking damage.
Come full about. Give him
Understood.
a volley. Give him a volley. Oh, here's a good thing to explain. You see how the ghost is red? That means that it's about to impact an object that will damage or destroy it. In this case, it's going to run into the satellite. This is often a bad thing, because even things like this can completely destroy a ship. You can run into your own ships, you can run into enemy ships, you can run into debris and like asteroids in the
So say we all.
yeah, the thing. All of that kind of gubbins. Debris that's been from destroyed enemy ships doesn't seem to have be a physics object. It doesn't seem to do damage. I haven't extensively tested this, so I don't actually know, but yeah.
Understood.
Right. You shoot the satellite, give the Talon another volley. You're reloading. You're reloading. You're reloading. This thing's gonna die this turn anyway. Look at that.
No joy, sir. Navigation data is still compromised. They must have control of the entire Idris system by now.
Not to mention we've destroyed more Caprican infrastructure in the last few minutes than the entire Cylon fleet could on a good day.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove the Cylon threat from Caprica Terminal before any more lives are put at risk.
From what I've seen, I've only played Lieutenant difficulty. All ships repair and replenish to full between missions. That may be different on higher difficulties, but from what I've seen, it's full repair and replenish between missions. But if you lose a ship, that ship is gone. And if it's your fleet's flagship, if it's got its officer on it, that officer is dead. I've lost a very good high-level officer to the Cylons just focus firing down the flagship. Yeah, it is kind of homeworld style. Yeah, very good comparison. Yeah, basically. Basically. Right, the missiles should bounce off of the bottom plate. Okay. Never mind. Engage that Talon. Engage the Talon.
So say we all.
I want that thing dead. Oh yeah, it's. I should probably talk about this because you can't spam munitions because they have a reload timer. I think it's dependent on ship, but I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me. said.
Admiral Kane, Caprican and Quorum representatives are on the line. They want to know about Colonial Fleet's involvement at Caprica Terminal.
Divert the calls to my office, Lieutenant. And get us out of Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the Daedalus for good.
Right. This is the neat feature about this game, and I'm not going to do it for every mission. I think this will be the last one I do unless there's a really neat mission that comes up later. To answer your questions, ships do not gain experience. The command, only the officers do, and they have skills that can affect the entire fleet depending upon their own hello. Their own type, as it were. I think officers are going to be a thing once we get back to Helios Gamma, and we'll go into more detail when it actually comes up, because the game does a much better job of explaining than I do. It doesn't really keep a mission record. It just tells you how each ship does in a mission. I don't think that carries over for the entire campaign. I haven't actually looked. Judgmental Panda. But yeah, full replay, no pauses for turn selections and such. Just shows you pure cinematic glory. The Adamants just trying to get into the combat position. They were so far out of position. Yeah, I've not actually. I own Battlefleet Gothic. I haven't actually played it yet. This control system is actually very similar to another game. It's called Starhammer: The Vanguard Prophecy. If you like this kind of control method, try giving that one a look. It's actually a fairly decent game. Yeah, it was about 3.5 minutes of real time in there, but that was about 20 minutes actually messing around with the orders. Yeah, that does sound pretty amazing. We don't get to keep these adamants, but we do get the ability to build them. Well, if you think about it, you know, the Tau have to have their own advantage in a way. They don't have access to warp or a massive empire like the Imperium has. And that's the Tau thing. Even their ground forces are all range. They have very few melee units outside of the Kroot, I think is their syncretic brethren, or their allies, or whatever. I really enjoy playing the Tau in Dawn of War.
Commander, before we go venturing into the cold unknown, might I suggest we update our fleet a little?
Right. Certain missions unlock blueprints. I'll check that a bit later.
I can draw up all the plans you want, but you will still need the cooperation of the colonies to turn raw materials and blueprints into a living, breathing crew aboard an operational ship. Luckily for you, Lucinda Kane is persuasive. Her recent display of force has provided us the requisitioning power needed for my Adamant-class frigates. We may as well be well defended, whatever it is you're dragging us into.
Sinan's a bit of a dick. I'm just gonna say that straight up. Sinan's a little bit of a dick. Yeah. Blueprints are unlocked by certain storyline missions. You need RP, which can be gotten from non-storyline missions, and specific events. You need RPs to recruit officers. You can speed up their level up process by spending RPs as well as letting them accrue experience points. The more experience they gain, the less RP cost. So for instance, if you've got a commander that is literally on the cusp of leveling up and you want him leveled up before you put him back into battle, you can spend the RP to push him or her over the, like up and over into the next level and get them the next their next skill. But again, I'll go into that in more detail when officers become a thing that's been brought up in game. But yeah, RPs are used to purchase blueprints. Once you purchase a blueprint, it is unlocked for the rest of the game, and you can build the ship, or in the case of munitions, you can equip your units with these with those munitions or squadrons. I think there's DLC for this that adds more ships and munitions and squadron types. I don't have it, I just have the base game because that's what my housemate actually gifted to me for Christmas. But yeah. Anyway, purchase the Adamant. Can now be built from the Daedalus shipyard. Yeah. Additional blueprints will become available to unlock as you complete missions. So there we go. Build ships. Adamant frigate. You don't currently have the Tillium required to rush build an Adamant. You can choose to queue an Adamant to build over time or rush build a new Manticore immediately. I'll go with an Adamant cruiser, actually. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna... Point cap of every fleet is displayed in the Fleets tab on the Strategy Index. Salen's presence will continue to grow here in Helios Alpha. It is your decision how best to protect Daedalus and grow colonial fleet. Daedalus itself does not add any points to a fleet's point value, but it must be defended at all costs. See, these are ambient fleets. These are just fleets that show up. I'm actually going to go and give Toron a bit of a helping hand. So these missions play out like any other mission. It's just that you don't know fleet composition until you actually engage. You do usually have Daedalus contact. Usually. Where are you? I can't actually see you. Never mind. Apparently I don't have any Daedalus Raiders contact. That's kind of worrying. Right, drop out of FDL.
Prepared to jump in 3, 2, 1.
There's the Raiders contacts. You can usually see those as you know, before you deploy your fleet. That's weird. Yeah, the game tends to chug a little bit.
So
I don't
say
know
we all.
why. It might be because my computer's getting old.
Understood.
Alright, since we've only got the Daedalus, launch Vipers. Hey, this is the reboot Battlestar Galactica. At least they're not slow boating in like the original like 70s or 80s series did. Alright, select target.
Yes, sir.
That unidentified. Okay, I want you two to slow down and let the Perseus catch up. They're not in this. This is during the first Cylon War. Yeah, the reboot TV series is the second Cylon War, and it really doesn't go well for the humans.
Hostile unit identified.
Yeah, these are the old style blocky toaster men things. Alright, open up attack profile.
On it, Commander.
Alright. Give me a volley.
Missiles on their way.
The second Nemesis. Thank you, Shigrai. Right, just 2 down, 1 to go. Okay, slow down.
Yes, sir.
That's actually not part of the game. That's something I've got in a separate window. That's my something's happened in this window alert. I've set it. Hey, the Colonials are an eclectic group of people. You know, they can have not Japanese as part of their thing. Don't judge. Don't be a colonialist. Bang. Dead. There we go. Didn't even bend a fender. So say we all. I'm not even going to review the replay on that one. Right, how long have you got? 1 more turn. Okay, go stay at Toron.
Frigate is ready for orders.
Transfer. Cannot. Okay. I want the Tartarus to detach. The Cronus to attach. And you can jump back to Caprica. Daedalus group, jump to Cocalis. Confirm. Alright, let's do this! Oh, I need to proceed. Okay. Okay, I see 2 Daedalus contacts. If memory serves, we get another 2 jumping around here, so I'm gonna keep Cronus back here and have these 2 go push forward with one of the Viper squadrons. No, I'm gonna have
Fleet
one
group
Viper
is jumping in. 3, 2, 1. Multiple contacts on Daedalus, sir. Records show there hasn't been a Tauran presence out here since the war first broke. We can safely assume any Daedalus contacts out there are hostile.
The Athena
Blast
was
us
only
away home,
in
Commander.
one mission. It was in the 2nd mission around Pycon. We don't have the Athena anymore. It was basically a introduction to the Battlestar class. Oh, you know Justin as well, do you?
Yes, sir.
He's a nice guy. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible, horrible person. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send those manticores. Oh, crud! Those are Talons. I forgot. Right. You can be Yellow Squadron. I want you to defend the Perseus. And I want you to defend the Lancer. You can defend your mothership, Cronus. That's fine. Right, Cronus, I want you on full attack profile. There's going to be stuff spawning in over here and I want you ready. Alright, slow down.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. Raider Squadron. Okay. Open up your attack profiles. Cancel your focus target. Refocus on that squadron. I want you to try and do as much damage before it engages your fighter escort.
Hostile unit identified. Commander, multiple new Daedalus contacts.
It appears someone really doesn't want us leaving Helios Alpha.
You think? Right, refocus on the carrier ship.
Yes, sir.
See, this is why I hung the Cronus back. Are you serious?
Hostile unit identified.
Defend your mothership. It just took a face full of torpedoes. And it's about to take another
Understood.
face full of guided missiles.
Understood.
Yeah, guess so.
So say we all.
And they default to protecting their mothership, so I thought... Obviously I thought wrong, but I thought that they would stick around and do the defendy thing, but obviously not. Just look how much damage these things do on a front in a frontal barrage.
On it, Commander. Yes, Commander.
They're police ships, basically. These things started out life as police ships. That's why they're all sleek and stuff. Oh, should probably be turning you to face starboard on instead. There we go. For all we know, they probably do.
So say we all.
Hey, you leave my waifu out of this.
Yes, Commander.
Give you a volley. Ow, 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 missiles my face. Volley fire, volley fire. You are not dead yet. This is a problem. Yeesh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bring it back around to port. Vipers. Could you take out that nemesis for me, please? Be appreciated.
Manticore is taking damage.
Oh wow, it blew through the front armor. Okay. Bring it around.
Understood.
Fire controls in the front, of course it is.
Missile tubes prepped. Manticore is taking damage. Adamant is taking damage.
Yeah, I know. It's doing more damage than it's taking, though. You're not taking that out yet? Jesus Christ.
Missiles on their way.
Finish it off. Then peel off. Switch to defensive protocol.
Understood.
Okay, forget defense. Go and take that thing out. Should all go down and around about the same time. That's boom. That's boom.
All
That's
Daedalus
boom.
contacts are clear. We are go to jump to Helios Gamma, sir.
I'll sleep better when I can see the Ragnar clouds again. I don't think I've had more than 4 hours of rack time since PyCon.
We aren't safe yet. I want the Daedalus in Helios Gamma before we're attacked again.
Yes, Admiral. FTL drives are spooling. Commander, we'll jump on your word.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a replay on that one. Yeah, this is another
What
important
happened
thing.
at PyCon and Caprica is unacceptable. If we're to get a handle on this war, we need offensive forces out there actively repelling these Cylon incursions. Commander, small strike groups may suffice for scouting. But to defend the colonies, we require full capital fleet groups led by officers of Colonial Fleet.
Yeah. It's specifically the Ragnar gas giant, because as you can see, the Cylons are in orbit around Zeus. They don't care about Zeus. It's specifically Ragnar. There's something in the clouds, or there's like a special radiation that interferes with their systems in there, and they refuse to go anywhere close to it. It's a plot point at the beginning of the reboot, series. It has plot significance later, like in the reboot series.
I recommend you recruit experienced officers to provide strategic oversight to our fleets.
Sir, one of McKinley's officers survived the attack on PyCon. We could recruit them to help aboard Daedalus. Once an officer has been recruited, they need to be assigned to the fleet group they will oversee.
This officer is experienced enough to be promoted. Hand them their new badge, Commander.
Yeah, this is specifically a tutorial one. Damon Greeley is the tutorial officer. He starts out with enough experience to rank up to level 2 straight away. So, promote.
As they become more experienced, officers can choose to focus on fleet-wide tactics or bolster the strength of their personal flagship.
Command skills increase the fleet point cap of the officer's fleet. Fleet group skills increase the officer's subsystem specialization for all units in that fleet. Commanding officer increases your CIC subsystem strength. It means you can add more points to your postures. There's there's commander types for all subsystems. You have Combat Air Group, CAG. They increase your hangars subsystem. There's engineers, there's navigators, there's technicians. You know, there's all of that. There's an officer type for each subsystem. But generally, when I first recruit an officer and I promote them, I go with command. Gives you 3,500 command points to play with.
The presence of a colonial fleet officer at a colony will encourage the local government to pay their Tilium stipend. We didn't create the articles just to have them ignored.
Yeah. Colonies become fortified with an officer present. Additionally, only fleets with an officer can engage story and resource mission markers. A fortified colony will steadily improve its quorum rating and will be less likely to leave the 12 Colonies Alliance. Steadfast and fortified colonies provide more Tilium to colonial fleet. So yeah, you've got 4 ratings for your colonies. You have fortified, which is the best. Yeah, basically. Fortified is the best, but that's specifically officers only, as they said. Then you have steadfast is the best that it can be without an officer. Concerned is the next step down. It's a very big jump, as you can probably tell by the amount of stipend they're willing to give. Concerned is a very low stipend, while steadfast is very high. And then unstable is the lowest it'll go. Unstable systems are very, very susceptible to leaving the Alliance. I think you can get them back by like having a fleet in orbit, but I don't know. I've never lost a colony in any of the games I've played so far, but I haven't really gone in depth about it, so we may see in this run, because I will be doing this every Sunday at around about this same time that I started today. So yeah.
Commander.
Anyway.
It is your job to keep the Daidalos well-resourced and the 12 colonies defended. I have other business to attend to. Lieutenant Agathon will brief you when I have further commands.
Yeah. Use Helena's Starlane coordinates to stage your fleet movements while engaging missions and defending the 12 colonies. As you can see, we can only do jumps. We can jump anywhere inside of a system. You know, so if I was in this system, I could jump to any of these planets. When you're on one of these midway markers, you can jump to any point in a system that is connected. So, as an example, I could jump to anywhere in Helios Gamma, or I could jump to anywhere in Helios Alpha from this position where the Daedalus is. To get to Helios Delta? Beta? I would need to be on this point, or this point. And likewise, to get to Delta, I would need to be this point, or this point. Ragnar's its own thing. You know, you need to be in Helios Gamma to jump to Ragnar. I'm probably going to do that. I'm probably going to split the fleet off from the Daedalus and have Daedalus just sit in Ragnar and then send fleets out. And only bring the Daedalus out when I actually need it to do missions, because officers can do missions, any type of mission. Daedalus is needed specifically for some of them, but I'm not sure. Yeah, while Idris remains compromised, travel between the Helios systems is limited. Like, you can't jump from one system to another. You have to use these intermediary points. This is how the game is set up for, like, the rest of it, I think. Here's a good thing. Marauders.
Cylon forces have been roaming this colony's border. No civilians are present, so maximum force is encouraged.
These are resource missions, as the name implies, and as you can probably see by the rewards, they give a lot of resources as a reward. You need to do these to be effective and, you know, like, keep your fleet topped up, because the stipend is only so much. Our income from the colonies is only 143, so
Cylon forces have been roaming this colony's border.
yeah.
No
Shut up,
civilians are
Helena.
present, so maximum force is encouraged.
So 600 Tillium from this mission is about 4 turns worth, give or take. Just about 4 turns worth in one mission. Anyway, jump. Cannot jump to Ragnar. Jump to Sagittarian. You can jump to Kokalis. Let's have a look at that blueprint. Torpedo, munition, purchase. Yes. Torpedoes are unguided. It's what one of those Nemesis was using it against our Adamant in the last mission. It fires like 10 shots, but they don't track. Devastating if you use it from a Corvette. Get it in close to something like a Talon and just unleash. It can be absolutely devastating. Yeah. These these are locked for now. I think these are unlocked after mission 5. I think that's what the Roman numeral 5 is, because that was unlocked in mission 3. That was unlocked just now in mission 4. So I think they unlock by storyline progression. Ooh, jeez. Yeah, jump out. No. No. Alright. Detach. Transfer to you. Transfer to you. Officer. I want to unassign you. And then reassign to that fleet. You jump to Ragnar. Yes. Build ships. I want another 2 of those and 3 of those. Get them going. Yeah, you can build 3 ships at any one time, because Daedalus has 3 dry docks for constructing ships. Right, you can start jumping to there. Jump you to there. Go. Oh, for feck's sake. Jump out.
Fleet group has its coordinates.
Aha.
Turns out Kane and Sinan have a little side project going on with the Scorpia shipyards. Mark II variants of the Viper fighter. The Admiral is after a good news story after what happened at Caprica Terminal. Something to boost confidence in Colonial Fleet and keep the funding rolling in.
Don't implicate me in Lucinda's spending spree. She still has 7 colonies waiting for their Jupiters.
Anyway, the Scorpia shipyards could use some relief. As a primary manufacturer for many of the colony militaries, they're under constant harassment from Cylon forces. Sir, Kane wants Daedalus at Scorpia to double the workshop capacity for the first batch of Mark II Vipers. I'll have the FTL drives spun up and ready for your jump command.
Yeah, see, this is one that specifically needs Daedalus at the marker. But yeah, this is mission 5, and as you can see, the Ranger, Artemis, and Viper Mark II are unlocked by this mission. I'm trying to remember what the Ranger does. I don't think I've actually unlocked and used the Ranger. I went for the Artemis instead. I haven't actually used the Ranger, so I can't tell you. I think the Ranger is a dedicated gunship. It's like an upgunned version of the Adamant, but it doesn't have a hangar bay. It's just got more guns strapped to it. The Artemis is the prototype version of all other Battlestars. It was like the first type ever built, and it led to the Jupiter class. Yeah, the Artemis led to the Jupiter class and the later Pegasus, whatever the Pegasus class, Pegasus's class type is. The Viper Mark II is literally the one that you see in the reboot. As you can see in the background, it is literally the sleeker version of the Viper. The Mark I is literally the old, like the 70s version of the Viper, but with machine guns instead of lasers. Right, you jump there. You jump there. That one. Okay, proceed. Right. Alright. Our flagship for this is the Cronus. We must defend it at all costs, else Damon is dead as doornail. Switch to torpedoes. I'll keep guided munitions on the Adamant because it can't really close and get
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
On it, Commander. On it, Commander.
Launch Vipers. Alright, slow down a little bit. Let the
On it, Commander.
catch up.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Okay. Full stop. Open up your attack profile.
Missile tubes prepped.
Begin torpedo barrage. You begin on that one. You can start turning. And give me a guided vessel.
Missiles on their way.
There. You select You can
Squadron target
engage
is
that target.
confirmed. Missiles incoming!
Look how much damage that missile barrage did. Torpedoes are amazing if your target is slow moving or not maneuvering. Can be absolutely devastating against enemy base stars and like heavy capitals, like their equivalent to the Adamant, the Talon.
So say we all.
Didn't even break through the firewall. It's a multi-purpose term. It's actually used in quite a number of different situations.
New man.
You meh. Right. Transfer you over there. Jump you to Troy. Yes. Right, transfer you to there. Right, here we go. Here's a... Yeah. So, Marine Colonel gives you better armory. Armory is... your Marines are used to repel Cylon borders. They've not shown up yet, but they are a thing that happens once... I think it's around mission 6 or 7. They start to bring out heavy raiders, which are basically like dropships. They'll smash into the side of your biggest ship, the biggest ship they can find, and like unload a whole mess of Centurions that start to wreak havoc. I haven't managed to repel a boarding party successfully. The prevention is better than cure. Shall we say. But yeah, these are Marine Colonels. They increase the armory strength. You'd probably need a high level one with, with that. For to repel borders properly. And here's an explorer and navigation. Increases the speed of all your ships, basically. That's for all your fleet. That just gives a passive bonus. It can, but if you focus on their actual ship itself, you can turn even a Battlestar into like a really nimble frigate, comparatively speaking. Plus 50% elevation control, plus 50% yaw control. Pretty much turn on the spot. and plus 30% max speed. All flagship only. But for now, I'll actually take you. And I'm going to assign you to the Daedalus fleet. There we go. Looking at the time, I'm actually going to call it here. I usually do 2 hour slots. It's been just over 2 hours since I started. But I'll be coming back at the exact same point next Sunday. I also stream Tuesdays with Tales of Zestiria, so if you want to have a look at that, same time, Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon, depending on your time zone, or Wednesday morning. It's just time zones, man. How do they work? But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to save this game over my last one because that was just a test bed. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.